So in deboning a chicken, I'm going to use our boning knife or butcher knife. It's got a nice flexible blade like this that can really get around those bones and joints. So I've got my chicken here. And the way I'm going to start is having the cavity face me. What we're going to do is we're going to take our knife and just cut off our legs first. So we've got our thigh there, our drumstick and our thigh. We're going to take those off. So what I'm just going to do is I'm actually going to cut through that skin, just a cut on either side like that. And what I can actually do is just let the weight of the chicken kind of separate that for me. You really want to minimize the amount of bone that you have to cut through. That's why knowing these muscles and where those lie is kind of helpful. What we're going to do now is just take and pop those two joints out, again so that I don't have to put my knife through those cuts. And again, just letting the chicken kind of hang, letting the gravity kind of go through like that. I've got my one chicken there, or my one leg there, and then my other leg. What we can do now is we can take and separate these into a drumstick and a thigh. And you can see where that joint is. We're just going to take and cut right through that joint. And I'm actually not cutting through the bone. What you're looking for is to cut through those things, the tendons that are attaching those bones together, and just kind of hit that perfectly in the middle. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take off a little bit of that backbone. And all the pieces that I'm taking off can be saved if I want to make stock. So now I have my chicken. I'm going to face it where that cavity was away from me now. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to take and do two cuts down either side of that keel bone or the breastbone. So your knife will naturally go to one side of that. So now that I know that my bone is on this side, I'm just going to take it back and do the other cut on the other side. And now from this, I've exposed that bone. What I'm just going to do is start to pare away that breast. So I actually turn my knife upside down and just using the tip of my knife, go in and just separate it from that rib cage. And then again at the bottom I've got, I'll show you on the other side, but I'm just going to go through right where that joint hits. And then I've got my wing attached to my breast like this. And then what we're just going to do is we'll separate that wing off like that. And then I've got my breast and wing. And then we'll do the same to the other side. So just taking it down like this and just using again the tip of your knife, separating that off, going through. I've got the rest of my carcass for my chicken stock. And then what we're going to just do is separate that wing off. There's my other wing, and there's my other breast. So this is a chicken separated into 8 pieces.